first, from Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Xavier Woods.
You are watching Florida Championship Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at Xavier Woods, one of the hottest, most entertaining superstars that you will find here in FCW, William.
Yes, he certainly is, yes. A purveyor of funk and soul like myself as well. Did you know that?
We've seen you bust out those dance moves
I'm
before.
a soul man, yes. You wouldn't believe that, would you? But I am.
Xavier Woods certainly can bust out
my feet going underneath here with this music going. A mile a minute.
Xavier Woods, a tough task ahead of him. Put that funk and soul to the side.
And his opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno.
Well, William, he is an internet darling. He is one of those superstars that got so much press, so much buzz before coming here to Florida Championship Wrestling, and now it's time for Kassius Ohno to show his stuff here, right here in the FCW arena.
And rightly so, he deserves all the press that he gets, this young man. I've known him for a long, long time. He used to come and train with myself and Dave Taylor and Viv Finley. I just didn't really tell us who he was. You know, that's what I liked about him so much. He didn't say, well, I'm already, you know, a wrestler and I'm going around the world. He just used to come and keep quiet and didn't tell us his real name, and he was happy to just train with us. And he's got a great future, I think, this young man.
Kassius all the way from Dayton, Ohio, going up against Xavier Woods. This is Kassius' first time inside the squared circle. And, you know, we saw Kassius last week come out and address the FCW universe and kept talking about the way that Kassius, well, he doesn't enjoy pinning or submitting opponents as much as Kassius enjoys just knocking them out. I mean,
well,
that seems to be more like your style.
Yes, exactly. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
I can see why you enjoy taking a liking to Kassius.
No, I like people that go out and have a dream and make that dream a reality, and that's what he's done. He wanted to be a professional wrestler, and he's become one, and he's been very successful all around the world. Very, very successful in Japan and Europe. And as you say, you know, he's somewhat of an internet darling. It's not quite my thing, but it's been successful to him. Now he's got to prove himself here in FCW. Well, that's a different animal altogether.
Absolutely. When you fight the best of the best around the world, people that you have heard of, that many people have heard of, Johnny Saint, Robbie Brookside.
My old tag partner, Robbie Brookside. I was the Golden Boys, you know. I used to be with me and Robbie Brookside 25 years ago. Golden Boys.
Had some fun matches, definitely watching those. But, you know, it's a whole different ball game here in FCW. Roll up here by Xavier.
Double leg Nelson. Nice double leg Nelson there applied by... You see a lot of people do that maneuver and don't get the pinning combination right, but Xavier Woods did a good job there. You have to put the feet over the shoulders. That's what makes the pinning combination work.
Xavier Woods putting the motivational speaking to the side right now, working on his his final exams, his thesis paper right now. He's getting his PhD. This is probably one of the smartest superstars in FCW, heck, maybe even in the WWE. And Xavier Woods, an incredibly smart individual, is going to have to put every single one of those brain cells to good work against someone like Kassius Ohno, who can attack you from just about anywhere, anytime inside the ring. Oh. Quickness right there by Woods. Lateral press.
Xavier Woods is another one of those young men. It's just a matter of time before people in the WWE notice him, because he's got all the skills, all the tools. Incredibly gifted young man.
IQ of 167. I mean, we're talking about the so-called valedictorian of sports entertainment. Certainly got a lot of brain to go along with the brawn, but you want to talk about brawn. When you're 6'4" like Kassius Ohno, he can attack with vicious strikes, the hands, the elbows, the boot you see right there. I mean, I can lay out just about anybody.
Kassius Ohno is one of those young men. He's always trying to learn as many different styles.
Kassius with the cover.
Many different styles as possible, and blending them all together. He spent many years going backwards and forwards to the dojos of Japan, training with the great Misawa and Kawada and people like that, and anybody that he could train with, and to learn his skills and to hone them. Like I say, it's a different animal when you come here to the FCW.
And it was Misawa who taught Kassius those devastating elbow strikes, including what he likes to call the KO, that rolling elbow that can come out of nowhere and really lay out any superstar. So Xavier Woods has to be cautious, has to be careful about that quick strike, especially that KO.
But the one thing Kassius Ohno has to remember, don't be, you know, taken in by all this press that you get. Don't become confident with it. And there could be a chance that he's got a little too comfortable with all that press, and he's going to have to start again and prove himself from basically from scratch here in FCW.
But at the same time, we've seen people like Antonio Cesaro,
yes.
people like Seth Rollins, someone like Dean Ambrose,
yes.
who you know very well, who had the same sort of
How is Dean? I haven't seen him for a while.
I'm sure he's probably still fuming at an opportunity to get you again in the ring, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm too old. Too old and past it.
You would pass an opportunity?
I'm past it. I've been told that. I was too old and past it.
Whatever the case may be, I don't believe it. That's a different story. You see Xavier ducking that huge boot. Now Xavier with a roll-up. There's some exciting action here in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to catch this action in a town near you, make sure to check out FCWWrestling.com. This week, FCW invades the Orlando Armory on Wednesday, the DeLand Armory on Friday, and the Brooksville Armory on Saturday. For more information, including tickets, check out FCWWrestling.com.
While you were doing your spiel there, you missed a piece of sheer genius.
Well, that was some sheer genius. Xavier might be out like a light.
You missed a bit of dastardly genius there by Kassius Ohno. And if you didn't see it, I'm not going to tell you. You should have watched.
Well, feel free to enlighten the FCW universe.
The fans
you always seem to pick up things.
No, the fans at home, the FCW universe, they will have seen what I just saw. Very, very smart. You know, I'm going to leave it at that. It's one of those things you need to rewind and watch again and see how he took control of this match and how he got into the position that he's in now. Very smart.
Cassius take a little too much time there, being, I think, a little too nonchalant. And Cassius caught himself there, though, but Xavier, that would rock anybody. He might lose a tooth right there, Xavier. Did you see how high that knee was, right to the jaw?
Yes, perfectly on the point of the chin. Xavier Woods out. He looks like he could be out.
Xavier can't stand on his own free will. Gets out of that, though. And over. Cassius gets flipped over.
I think Xavier playing a little possum there, and Xavier showing us now why he is really one to watch here in FCW.
Certainly Cassius wants to get up on the right foot, but Xavier, a heck of a statement here to pull off the win. Might have Cassius, no.
So Xavier, this will be a great win for him here against Kassius Ohno.
Cassius, I have to think, wants to start strong in FCW, wants to make sure that it's not a fluke, all this press and publicity, but Xavier not going to let it happen. Whoa, nice pin, hooks the leg. Is that a third?
Oh, no. That was a 2 count. Referee's doing a great job here.
Yeah, it's got to be 2 3/4, maybe 2 9/10, I think. On a roll right there by Xavier. Quick strike by Xavier, not enough to keep down Cassius.
Just a little ring savvy tricks there, like Kassius Ohno just shown. Just to be able to push the elbow off the face helped him get out of that pinning combination.
And you see I think there's a little bit of blood there coming out of Xavier's mouth, but Xavier isn't going to let any of that stop from Xavier flying to the outside.
Xavier needs to capitalize on this immediately, because you can't let somebody like Kassius Ohno, as I said, you can't give him a second to get his bearings, because he will take advantage of it.
That's exactly what Cassius did right there. Now it's Xavier reeling again. And now I think it's almost like, that sick thud, the elbow. Xavier cannot get out of pinfall for Cassius.
Here is your winner, Kassius Ohno.
Look at Cassius asking the referee to hold up his hand.
Kassius Ohno's been through a war there, and Xavier Woods, let's face facts. Unfortunately, he allowed Kassius Ohno a second to get his bearings, and Kassius Ohno used the ring to his advantage, the ring steps in this case, and just took advantage of a very wounded man.
Impressive.
And then knocked him out with that elbow, but still very impressive by Kassius Ohno.
Very impressive debut by Kassius Ohno, taking advantage of the situation.
But he certainly knows he's been in the war.
Knocking him out.
He knows he's been in the war.
Coming up right now, the queen of FCW, maybe to answer some questions here, has kindly requested a few minutes of your time.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 225 pounds, Benicio, Salazar.
Welcome back to Florida Championship Wrestling, and we're all getting a great look here at another brand new superstar here to FCW, Benicio Salazar. I'm probably doing a bad job of butchering the name. Don't put enough rolling of the R, but nonetheless.
You're doing a great job of butchering the name, quite frankly.
That's a big international flavor on tonight's show, isn't it?
Absolutely. Japan, now Mexico.
England.
Yes, William, England indeed.
Here's a man that's been to all of those places.
And his opponent, from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno.
And you look at Kassius Ohno, who has had a few matches here in the FCW arena already. Certainly a maestro on the microphone, really setting the tone here for the rest of the locker room. That Kassius Ohno is certainly no one to mess with.
Let me just say something about Kassius Ohno. This man, as I just said, he's a well-traveled world competitor. When I first met him, you know, he was a big fat lad. I'll be quite honest. He was 350 pounds. 350 pounds, a big fat lad. And look at the condition that he's got himself in. You know, so that's a testament to himself. And it was, in fact, it was the great Fit Finlay that said to him, "Hey, listen, Sunshine, you ever want to actually, you know, be as good as you are, you have to get yourself in shape and lose a lot of weight." And there's the proof of it.
He lost more weight than Charles Barkley.
I have no idea.
With no Nutrisystem either. But Kassius Ohno, and I think this is so interesting, Jared, because I don't know how many superstars you've met in your career where they are more interested in knocking out an opponent than necessarily getting a pinfall or submission. And that's exactly Kassius Ohno's MO. He said it out loud.
I found that very interesting. His philosophy is to win by knockout. You know, it's very impressive, but it's not always doable in the sense that if you have the opportunity to win and not knock someone out, but to win, I'd suggest you do that. But
what's very interesting, if I don't know if you saw this, but he actually did like a chin breaker maneuver there, but did it purposely on the ear, which, as you know, if you not knock somebody's equilibrium off by hitting them in the ear and then followed up with several kicks to the ear, that can knock somebody. You know, people don't know.
Trying to rip the mask off there.
People at home who don't know that, I mean, a good whack in the ear, a good slap in the ear, it takes your legs away from you. You're completely befuddled, and you don't know what to do. And that was very smart competing.
You guys sitting on the couch right now, have your wife just slap you right now, right in the ear, and then text Mr. Wiggle and let him know.
Don't blame me either, because I've knocked plenty out with that. I don't know what that's like.
Nice snap mare, and then look at this neck vice.
Well, again, with Benicio, you're talking about the lucha libre style that's been made famous in Mexico. One of the reasons why Benicio here in FCW, and
another
to
thing,
knock him out of the ear.
Sorry, another thing here about Kassius Ohno that you can't take anything for granted with him. He spent months and months at the Torreon dojo in Mexico, learning from the great Ultimo Dragon.
Nice quick maneuvers there, monkey flip. Now I think that equilibrium has come right back into the ear as now Benicio covering Kassius. Nice roll up.
Good offense by Benicio Salazar.
One on the chin, one right in the ribs.
Yep.
Maybe
look what he's doing there. Look what he's doing there, though. He hooked his foot into the rope. He saw he was in jeopardy, and he used the ring to his advantage.
It's one of your things. Rolling out.
Oh. Man, that was shot. That was a shot.
Benicio is out.
Here's your winner, Kassius Ohno.
Well, JR, I think that's one of the opportunities where Kassius Ohno got to get best of both worlds. When we take another look here at this knockout, Kassius Ohno off the rope, Benicio Salazar, excuse me, and Kassius huge rolling elbow to not only get the knockout, but a pinfall victory.
He saw that he was in jeopardy. That's the ring savvy of this young man. He saw that he was in jeopardy. and hooked his leg in the rope to save himself getting thrown again, and that was enough time for him to get his bearings and to set up for that knockout. For some reason, there's got to be a reason, we need to find this out. I don't know, and I know him quite well. What it is that he finds so interesting about knocking people out. There's got to be something behind that.
I'm sure we will find that out.
We'll get into that.
Absolutely, as quickly as we can. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen.
The following contest is set for one fall, and it is for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
You are watching FCW. This is our main event, and it's certainly going to be a great one. Florida Heavyweight Championship on the line, and that man, Kassius Ohno, an opportunity of a lifetime. Certainly young career here in FCW, and Byron Kassius can make quite a statement in that short amount of time by upsetting Seth Rollins to become the new heavyweight champion.
Well, Kassius Ohno has been making statements ever since he walked in the doors of FCW. And you're right, he's had a short career here, but yet what he has done in that short time span has made him a credible contender for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
See that man, that title right there. Seth Rollins, the current Florida Heavyweight Champion, psyching himself up in his own world, his own little mosh pit, getting set for battle. And what a battle it will be. Seth Rollins certainly not going to take Kassius Ohno lightly whatsoever.
Well, he better not. I mean, he can do his boss dance or whatever he calls that thing. He gets psyched up. But Seth Rollins had to realize that on this night, in this match, in this ring, his Florida Heavyweight title is in serious jeopardy.
And for Seth Rollins, yes, still a relatively young heavyweight champion, has still done a fantastic job of defending it against the likes of people such as Kruger, a former champion, on one bad ankle, might I add, and still came out on top. So for Seth Rollins, this is yet another fantastic competitor that he's going up against.
Introducing first, the challenger from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno. And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the current Florida Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins!
This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, here in FCW. The penultimate prize, the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
You could just feel the buzz in the air, the energy. All eyes on this match. And I guarantee you, there's a lot of eyes, not just inside this arena who are watching, but a lot of eyes in the locker room of interested onlookers to see who's going to come out the victor in this match.
You heard the mixed reaction there for Kassius Ohno and Seth Rollins, quite the fan favorite here at the FCW universe. And for Seth Rollins, the Davenport Iowan, certainly going up almost against what you would call maybe a mirror image of himself, in so much that both of these superstars have battled each other many a time before Seth Rollins came here to FCW. They know each other very well.
Yeah, they ran in the same circles, they traveled the same path, but it's interesting taking that rivalry and bringing it to FCW, and now in their first matchup under the FCW banner, they're competing for the richest prize in the company.
Should be mentioned, though, that Seth Rollins, in his words, is a lot more polished and a lot more mature than he was all those years ago competing against Kassius Ohno. So certainly might have a few tricks up of his sleeve. Seth Rollins does.
The other thing I'm curious about here is the pacing. And we both know that Seth Rollins loves to fly around the ring, loves to keep a quick, fast pace, as can Kassius, so it's kind of curious to see how much they, hold on,
Quick cover.
how much they adjust their offensive style.
Spending this first part of the match here, feeling each other out, I guess getting reacclimated to one another. The reckless and relentless Seth Rollins going up against the knockout power there of Kassius Ohno. Something else here to wonder about during this match, Byron, the fact that Kassius Ohno has stated time and time again how much he enjoys knocking out his opponent, sometimes sacrificing the win for the knockout. Well, should he not be worried here to not slip up? Because this is for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Anybody who knows anything about Kassius Ohno knows he's a pure student of the game. What that means is that Kassius Ohno spends hour after hour after hour watching and studying tape. He's not going to let anything slip, especially in this kind of environment.
Now it's Rollins' turn here for a roll-up. Those superstars up to this point unable to really get an advantage over one another. Oh, just shows you how evenly matched these two superstars are. Nice roll up. Kassius is down again, another hook here by the champion.
I like the strategy of Rollins here, trying to get that quick pinfall wherever the opportunity presents itself.
You look at Seth Rollins and you wonder, is Seth Rollins back to 100% after having to defend that title only a few short weeks ago with one bad ankle? Certainly moving around very well right now, but as the match progresses, will it become more ginger, more tender? We shall find out.
I guarantee you Kassius Ohno knows all about that ankle. He knows all about the weaknesses. He may know weaknesses about Seth Rollins that we have never seen exposed before.
Now you see Kassius Ohno taking charge and control of this match. And talked to Kassius a little bit earlier, and he had mentioned something to me about debuting the Ohno Blade.
What?
And the Ohno Blade. We'll see if Rollins will be the first victim, but right now, some blade chops of Rollins there onto Kassius. Nice knee strike right there by the champ. Is it enough? A lateral press here.
No.
That's the sort of strategy, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see a lot out of Seth Rollins. Very kamikaze-like, will attack sometimes at the sacrifice of his own body, all in the pursuit of holding on to that ultimate prize here in FCW, that Florida Heavyweight Championship. See Kassius now grabbing the back of Seth's head. Seth able to fight out.
It just shows you the quick thinking ability of
Oh my
Seth
gosh,
Rollins.
watch this. Hold on a second.
No way.
Kassius holding on for dear life, doesn't want to get powerbombed to the outside, and instead
Nice.
uses that ring skirt there to blind Seth Rollins.
If it's there, you might as well use it.
This fight has now been taken to the outside, it looks like. Seth is reeling there from that stop.
And this is very dangerous for Seth Rollins because we have not seen this side of Kassius Ohno in FCW as of yet. We've not seen how, hold on.
Cover here by the challenger.
We've not seen just how dangerous Kassius can really be.
Folks, Byron, sorry to cut you off. We've got to take a quick commercial break. Can Kassius maintain this momentum? We're back, ladies and gentlemen, in our main event here, the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Up for grabs, Seth Rollins defending the title against Kassius Ohno. And right now, Kassius Ohno seemingly has Rollins exactly where he wants him.
Simple but effective. You start cutting down the air supply of Seth Rollins. Now when he looks for that second win to start moving around, to start picking up the pace, he doesn't have the energy to do it.
Seth Rollins trying to fight out here. Oh, thought Cassius would go for an elbow. Rollins deflects. Now a couple of shots from the champion. You can start to feel the tide turning here for Seth Rollins. Oh, very wise, very smart to stop and roll up.
Wisely scouted by the champ.
Oh, looked for a second to be in trouble, and now instead pushes Seth Rollins all the way back out to the outside once again.
You hear the sound of Seth Rollins' body crashing down on the outside of the ring.
And for Cassius, it would be wise for him to pull in Seth Rollins. Cassius cannot win the title on a count-out.
He's going to make sure that doesn't happen.
Now sizing up Seth. Oh! This fight is absolutely getting more and more dangerous by the second, especially with both superstars on the outside.
That's very smart of Cassius. Roll back in the ring, get out of dodge.
Oh my!
Yes!
The authorities, that's enough to have a new champion! No, no! The impact on that drop kick to the side of the head.
That just shows you how much Kassius Ohno is constantly thinking, constantly plotting his next maneuver, got in perfect position, and almost just captured the Florida heavyweight title.
You see now Rollins reeling in the corner. Nowhere else for Rollins to go right now. Allowing Cassius the opportunity to continue to strike on the champion.
The thing about Cassius, I mean, here's a guy, 6'4", you know, tall, lanky figure, but he knows how to use it to his advantage.
Oh! Huge elbow. Oh! Nice clothesline there. Is that enough to down the champ, too?
And look at how Cassius is now starting to raise the bar a little bit, picking up the intensity.
Now the frustration is setting in for the challenger. Another cover here by Cassius. And can Rollins fight out of this predicament? We've seen Seth Rollins fight from that defensive position before, but can Rollins overcome these striking abilities from Kassius Ohno? Oh!
Well, that's one way to do it.
At the last second there to stop that rolling senton. And now you can feel maybe the pendulum starting to swing back to Seth. Florida title on the line. Seth Rollins just absorbing those blows.
Seth is asking for more.
Cassius is dishing. Rollins is taking. Back and forth and back and forth.
A battle of attrition before our very eyes.
And all Cassius could do there, take Rollins to the side. Oh, an elbow of Rollins' own. Another one. Whoa. Wow. Oh, the aggression there on that drop kick by Rollins. And, uh-oh, Byron, we've seen this before. When Rollins' competitors on the outside, Rollins loves to join the party.
Rollins may be looking for that high wrist.
Oh!
Oh, watch Cassius.
Whoa! These superstars are scouting it out. Watch out! Holy Toledo!
Both of these men are putting their bodies on the line for the ultimate prize.
This is what all the superstars here in FCW bleed and sweat for on a daily basis, for an opportunity to become the champion. Here's Rollins. At this point in the match, ladies and gentlemen, who wants it more? Seth Rollins seems to be sizing up Cassius. Who has more fight in him left? Might it be Rollins right here? The Avada Kedavra. Oh. The reversal here by Rollins. Oh, bringing the neck down the top rope. Cassius.
Very effective counter by Kassius Ohno, who has clearly done his homework.
Trouble brewing here for the champion. Whoa, my! Innovative maneuver.
New champ.
Might it be? No, no. Rollins somehow, some way fights out at 2.
I always say it all the time, Seth Rollins is one of the most resilient superstars in all of FCW, but my gosh, there's only so much that one man can take.
And notice how Kassius Ohno took off that elbow pad there, maybe trying to set up Rollins for that rolling elbow if possible, maybe that Ohno blade that he had mentioned to me earlier.
Whatever it takes, he's looking to win.
Wrenching the neck there on Rollins on the outside there, the dangerous part of the ring. Rollins trying to take over Cassius, it looks like. Oh! Ouch! The side of Cassius' face just met an enziguri type kick, and now look out below. Seth's going up top. Cadabra! Me, I got a little ahead of myself there. I was about to say I thought Rollins would retain the title.
Well, so far he hasn't, and maybe Rollins now has got to be asking himself, what do I have to do?
The emotion, the excitement, you can feel it here, ladies and gentlemen, in the FCW arena. Seth Rollins knows how close he is to putting away Cassius. Now it's Cassius who has to wonder what he has to do to turn the tide. Oh, rolling elbow!
There it is! New champion! New champion!
Might be out! Oh, kick out! Rollins kicks out!
Oh.
How did Rollins do it?
I don't know. He just won't stop fighting.
Oh! That, I think, is the Ohno blade that
That's it.
Cassius said to watch out!
There is no way Seth Rollins knows where he's at right now. No way.
Cassius might be our new champion! And again, Seth Rollins digs deep, finds that heart, that fire to kick out at 2.
I don't know what it's gonna take.
Kassius Ohno certainly doesn't know what else he has to do, although
one more time. One more blow. That's what Kassius Ohno is thinking. One more strike to put away the champion.
look at Cassius sizing up, standing behind Rollins. Huge kick. Face stop. Is that it? 2, 3.
And your winner, and still Florida Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins.
These two superstars went to the limits and beyond. But in the end, only one could come out victorious. And that victor is right there. Still, the Florida Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins.
We thought this match would be a classic, and it most certainly lived up to the hype.
Let's take another look there at how this match ended. See Cassius maybe sizing up to land another blow to the back of the neck. And Seth Rollins out of nowhere just lands a kick, a Pele-like kick, setting up for that curb stomp. And wow, by the hair of his chin, Seth Rollins still leaves FCW as the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Seth Rollins, I think, found out the true meaning of what it is to be a fighting Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Hats off to Kassius Ohno, but came up just a little short. Folks, do not forget, next week, our Jack Briscoe 15 champion, Richie Steamboat, goes one-on-one against Antonio Cesaro in a 30-minute time limit match. And to add even more, WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross will be here to call all the action. Folks, you do not want to miss out. For Byron Saxton, I'm Chris Russo. Good night. But our first match begins right now.
The following contest is a top contender match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Luzerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 110 kilos, Antonio Cesaro.
Well, Byron, we've seen a whole lot of this superstar on SmackDown each and every Friday, but don't think Antonio Cesaro is going to take it lightly here with an opportunity to get Florida heavyweight gold around his waist.
You know, the thing I admire about Antonio Cesaro, here's a guy from the moment he stepped foot in FCW, he's been on the fast track to success, and he has not missed a beat since.
His opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno.
Kassius Ohno, absolutely familiar with the Florida heavyweight picture, himself being in a hellacious match with Seth Rollins, coming up just a little short, and yet gets another opportunity here in the top contenders match.
Yeah, a huge opportunity, but this is an opportunity like no other, because in this match, Kassius Ohno has to raise his game to the upteenth level against Cesaro.
The very deliberate style of Kassius Ohno there. Not too happy about the jacket being thrown his way. Kassius Ohno, quite aggressive. We'll see which style comes out on top here tonight.
You know, this is a really compelling matchup because these are two guys who actually know each other fairly well. You know, prior to coming to FCW, they spent considerable time around each other as a tag team. So for the first time going one-on-one, it's really going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy they employ.
Ready, you see Cesaro going for trying to go for the neutralizer there, and Kassius. Cesaro seeing the rolling elbow, so both superstars going for their finishing maneuvers. And now I think Kassius trying to regroup here.
Again, no unnecessary risks are going to be taken. This is sort of a feeling out process.
Quick cover here. And it's so incumbent here on Kassius, you would think, to defeat a superstar of the caliber of Antonio Cesaro, especially being on WWE SmackDown each and every week.
I'll do you one better. I honestly think there's a little bit of jealousy from Kassius Ohno when it comes to Antonio and the success that he's had.
Now Cesaro stomping away at Kassius in the corner, a little back and forth. There you go, you see the familiarity with one another.
You got to remember, if you're Antonio Cesaro, man, your confidence is just rolling on all cylinders. Success in FCW, success on SmackDown. Right now, Cesaro is as close to unstoppable as one man can be.
When you hear the FCW universe, they understand Kassius Ohno and what a great competitor he is. Only being here in FCW for such a short amount of time, Cesaro not letting go there of that headlock.
Cesaro is just so smart. I mean, he takes the smallest thing. You think, oh, he's got the guy in a headlock, not effective. No, you're wrong, because look how he wrenches. Look how he continues to drain the breath and the energy out of Kassius Ohno with that simple maneuver.
Nice strategy employed right there by Kassius. Just a little bit to knock Cesaro off. Leapfrog, nope. Drop down there by Ohno. Again, another leapfrog. Oh, finally connecting with the elbow there. Finally wearing down Cesaro. Another cover here.
Made me a little dizzy.
And yes. Cesaro, just when you thought Kassius was going to continue to ride that wave, that momentum, Cesaro stops Ohno right there, dead in his tracks.
And that's where the confidence comes in, because when you're confident about what you're doing, your mind is at peace and you're able to pace yourself and find the right opportunity to change the pace of the match.
That's Cesaro's strategy, not always very flashy, but absolutely deliberate in everything that he does. Cesaro sizing up Kassius for every and any attack. Ooh, right down, huge clothesline there. Now it's Cesaro's turn, lateral press, still only at 2. And Byron, I gotta ask you here, for both of these superstars, again, top contenders match, the winner of this moving on to be in the #1 contenders match, what would it mean for either of these superstars to be that much closer to facing Seth Rollins?
Oh, it's that much closer to being recognized as one of the true greats in FCW. I mean, when it comes down to it, both these guys are competitors, no doubt. And as a competitor, you want to be recognized for honing and becoming the best at your craft.
Whoa. Garrett is going for a little run, and as does Cesaro to the outside. FCW Universe certainly enjoying that spectacle of athleticism, and now Ohno, whoa, what the heck? Cesaro, I don't think, notices that Ohno's still on the inside, and a huge boot to the mouth there of Cesaro.
Oh, gosh.
As we take yet another look there, faking out. Cesaro flipping back in, and then the big boot to the face catches Cesaro right there in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe that strategy we just saw from Kassius Ohno.
And now Kassius wants to try to get,
Bravo, very smart.
Cesaro just a thumb to the eye, allows that change of pace, and now Cesaro seemingly upset about Kassius Ohno's attacks. Can Kassius Ohno recover here and try to come out on top against Cesaro? We'll find out as FCW rolls on. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with our first of 2 top contenders matches. Cesaro right now applying the pin, only getting a 2 count on Kassius Ohno. The winner here will advance on to the final match, if you will, a #1 contenders match for the right to face Seth Rollins for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
And I guarantee you right now, Antonio Cesaro sees that opportunity in his sights.
Yet another cover here by Cesaro. Is that enough? No, only a 2 yet again. Gotta hand it to Kassius here for continuing to fight out of the punishment and abuse.
Oh, hand it to Antonio Cesaro for dominating right now.
So much on the line here just to get one step closer to Florida heavyweight gold. Kassius Ohno certainly in a terrible predicament right now. We're getting Cesaro, even with added leverage, using the side of the head, the jaw there.
Antonio Cesaro, he knows there's a lot of eyes watching this match because of what he's done, because of his status as not just an FCW competitor, but a SmackDown superstar. He's got a lot of people to impress, a lot of hype to live up to.
Oh, nice! Sunset flip reversal!
Oh. Close.
Oh, and right back down. Cesaro unrelenting there on the attack.
As I was saying, with all the eyes of expectations on Antonio Cesaro.
Another cover, shoulders down on Kassius.
He knows he cannot afford to let those higher ups down. He knows he cannot afford to have a miscue in this sort of environment.
I think you also have to look on the other side, Byron. The fact is, if Kassius Ohno can pull off a victory here against Cesaro, well, might Kassius Ohno be next in line to eventually get called up to a Raw or SmackDown?
That remains to be seen, but I'll tell you what's going on right now. That's Antonio Cesaro firmly planting his position of dominance over Kassius Ohno.
Using the ring post there as another weapon on the outside.
So well versed in his ability to break down the human body, to utilize that entire ring to his advantage.
Just conniving. You see Cesaro. I think Kassius still took the worst of that attack. Antonio Cesaro maybe slight moment here of hesitation and frustration starting to build in. Wrenching away there on the wrist, maybe setting up for a salto.
No way.
The power, my goodness.
What does that tell you about the focus of Antonio Cesaro?
Kassius is down, is Kassius out?
Is that it?
Oh,
is that it?
Referee, I think, only signaling a 2 count. Give credit where credit is due to Kassius Ohno for still having the wherewithal and ability to keep kicking out.
But how much longer is that wherewithal and ability going to last? How much more punishment can one man take?
So much on the line here. Kassius Ohno understands that. Kassius Ohno knows that. Kassius Ohno cannot allow this opportunity to slip by. The chance to fight for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Cesaro in complete control now. Kassius almost looks like he's the one that's knocked out. Is there anything left for Kassius to kick out again? Oh! Still, again!
Just barely Kassius Ohno able to get out of that pinning predicament.
Yet another cover, Kassius. How much is left?
I'm starting to feel like Kassius Ohno might have been a little bit in over his head in this match. Maybe the overwhelming, perhaps success of Antonio got into the head of Kassius Ohno. Maybe it psyched him out, threw him off his game plan.
It's a pain. You see the look of pain there on Kassius Ohno's face. The wrenching of the arm and the neck there. Kassius valiantly trying to fight out with whatever is left. Cesaro once again using the ropes. Stunning Kassius, unable to mount any sort of comeback here whatsoever. That might be all for Kassius here.
I mean, Kassius, he keeps kicking out to his credit, but my gosh, I mean, how much of that energy storage is left?
Down goes Kassius here. Cesaro off the ropes. Oh! The knee of Kassius connecting to the elbow. Might be that little window. That's all Kassius needs, that window. Oh, huge knee!
Come on, Antonio.
Nice atomic drop there. And you can start to feel the tide beginning to turn here.
Oh, no, don't jump to conclusions yet.
Oh, huge forearm. Maybe going for that rolling elbow. No, huge forearm again, though. Cesaro's reeling.
Where's this energy coming from?
Oh. Innovative neck breaker. Is it Kassius that's going to move on?
No, okay.
Back and forth, these two competitors trying to get the better of each other. And we're still in the same exact place as we were just a few minutes ago. Who is going to come out on top?
Yeah, this has become a true battle for who wants it the most, I'll tell you that much.
Cesaro putting his head down a little too early. Oh, rolling elbow.
Well scouted. Here we go. He's got
roll up with the dice. And Kassius still kicks out.
No.
Oh, and now the frustration.
Oh, that's it.
Another cover here for, no. into the Kassius here. Sticking with it, but is the neutral? No!
What?
Pinning here, Kassius Ohno! Oh.
Yeah, a bit of Cassius' own medicine.
Ooh! Exchanging blows to the head!
Spoke too soon, watch out!
Rolling up at the referee!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cesaro pulled the referee right into that rolling elbow.
Hey, you do what you gotta do.
And now a scrum here.
Oh, we need hopefully another official, okay?
The referees are out here to. The match, I think, is continuing here. Now we've got some of the FCW locker room here to break up this brawl.
Let him fight. Let him fight.
Trying to figure out what's going on here. And Cesaro and Kassius are still going at one another.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Who's ringing the bell for?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification, Kassius Ohno.
Whoa, the referee has ruled Kassius Ohno the winner by DQ.
I don't even care.
Kassius Ohno and Cesaro are still going at it as if the match is continuing.
There are some serious issues between Kassius Ohno and Antonio Cesaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we still have our second top contenders match later on tonight. Leo Kruger and Bo Rotundo, the winner, moving on to face in a #1 contenders match. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt with his follower Eli coming out once again to take on Benicio Salazar.
Introducing first, from Brooksville, Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bo Rotundo!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Florida Championship Wrestling. This is our main event. Bo Rotundo with an opportunity here, getting one step closer potentially to reclaiming heavyweight gold in this #1 contenders match.
Well, Bo Rotundo's had 1 week to prepare. Now tonight, let's see if he can deliver.
And his opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno!
Well, for Kassius Ohno, don't think that this opportunity has gone by the way, because for Kassius Ohno, coming so close only a few weeks ago, Kassius Ohno is in the same exact boat as Bo Rotundo, 1 step away from heavyweight gold.
I'll tell you what, I gotta be honest with you, I got goosebumps right now just sitting here and knowing that one of these 2 men is going to move on to have the opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, this match, ladies and gentlemen, came about from last week's 2 top contenders matches. Bo Rotundo victorious against Leo Kruger. Kassius Ohno victorious over Antonio Cesaro via disqualification, but nonetheless, these 2 superstars, the last 2 here in this little mini tournament, the winner will take on Seth Rollins next week.
Yeah, both Bo Rotundo and Kassius Ohno had conspicuous ways, if you will, of advancing in the tournament, but right now is the time you put all that behind you and focus on the task at hand.
for both of these superstars, one of them is going to move on. In that case, Byron, one of them will be competing for 3 straight weeks in high-profile matches nonetheless. You got to believe whoever comes out on top, Byron, they're certainly not going to be maybe at 100% going into next week.
Oh, maybe so, maybe not. It can work to your advantage too, because if you are regularly competing inside that ring, mentally you can be very fresh, and physically that can translate into success.
Both of these superstars still feeling each other out here, going back and forth.
And don't forget what we saw with Seth Rollins earlier tonight. Who's to say he's going to be 100% going into a title match next week?
Certainly a whole slew of questions, one of which will be answered here at the end of this match. Which one of these two superstars will move on? For Bo Rotundo, former Florida heavyweight champion, one of two-time Florida heavyweight champions, Bo would love nothing better than to reclaim Florida heavyweight gold.
But see, if I'm Bo Rotundo, I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of people telling me that I was a 2-time champion, that I was the youngest champion.
Oh, cover here by Kassius. Shoulders down.
That I was this and that, because now you just add so much extra pressure to yourself to recapture your former glory.
But at the same time, Byron, for 21-year-old Bo Rotundo,
there you go again.
Florida heavyweight gold is really almost all that Bo knows here in FCW. You know that he's chomping at the bit for an opportunity to reclaim it. Covered now by Bo.
Look at the point. It doesn't matter what he was or how old he is. It's what he's going to do. Can he beat Kassius Ohno? Can he go on to beat Seth Rollins? That's the question.
The other side of this matchup, Kassius Ohno still yet to taste any gold here in FCW whatsoever. Would love nothing better than to get his banner here on the wall. Although Bo might stop Kassius. They're fighting here. The backslide finally gets down Kassius. A slew of pins here and near falls.
Oh. That'll neutralize you.
And for Bo, there's that extra added dimension there in Kassius's arsenal. Those quick strikes, those knockout-like blows.
It's like Bo's trying to match Kassius, but you do not want to play the strike game with Kassius Ohno.
No one home there for Bo, which allows Kassius now up the second rope. Nice blockbuster.
Wow. That could be it right there.
Bo, I'm being told we got to take a break. Not until this pinfall here. Kassius might have Bo. Folks, Bo and Kassius are we still have no clear-cut advantage. Which one will take charge? We'll find out as FCW rolls on. Welcome back to FCW. You see Kassius Ohno there applying a hold on Bo Rotundo in this #1 contenders match. The winner will move on next week and face Seth Rollins for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Well, if anything else, what you're seeing are two competitors who are really giving you what they have, trying to somehow find a way to string momentum in their corner because they understand how important this match is.
Kassius off the ropes, and down goes Bo.
Yes.
Kassius might be the new #1 contender. Oh my. That close, ladies and gentlemen, to moving on.
See, for Kassius, this is where reputation.
Another cover, the shoulders are down.
This is where reputation meets opportunity. If you're Kassius Ohno, here we go.
Another cover here, and another near fall. Bo Rotundo still having something left in the tank to keep kicking out.
Now, there's so many expectations based upon Kassius Ohno when he was signed to FCW.
And another cover here against Bo.
And he understands this is his chance to finally say, you know what, I am as good as you think I am.
You see Bo Valiantly trying to fight back. Oh my!
I like it.
I don't know what hits harder there, the turnbuckle or the foot, but nonetheless, Kassius there. Nice senton splash. Is that enough to keep down Bo? No.
The ability of Kassius to string together 3 or 4 devastating maneuvers is what really makes him a dangerous opponent. And Bo Rotundo's finding out firsthand.
It's oftentimes difficult to strategize against a superstar like Kassius Ohno, who has so many different maneuvers and has learned so many different styles, in-ring styles. But for Bo Rotundo, that never say quit attitude, that heart of a champion, sometimes that alone is enough to persevere and overcome.
It doesn't seem to be overcoming right now, does it?
Oh. Kassius continuing to wear down Bo, wrenching away there at the neck. It's just, wouldn't be surprised, Byron, if Kassius is trying to soften up Bo's neck there for maybe a rolling elbow.
No, this just shows you the range of offense that Kassius Ohno has. He can hit you with the high impact maneuvers, or he can take his time and target a body part and soften you up.
Bo Rotundo has been absolutely reeling here for most of this match. Maybe still feeling the effects from his match last week against Leo Kruger.
Sure he is.
Reversal here by Bo. Catches the leg. And now, setting up Kassius. Whoa! Face first into the turnbuckle.
This could be an important opening for Bo Rotundo. He can capitalize somehow.
Florida heavyweight title next week for whichever superstar comes out on top here. And Bo Rotundo wants to be that next superstar in line. Nice. Power slam maneuver.
No. Now here's where you see the impact of Kassius Ohno's punishment on Bo Rotundo.
Ooh. Like a freight train there, and look at Kassius.
Oh, nice counter.
Stopping,
nice counter.
Rolling up, and Bo still somehow manages to kick out. And another roll up here. Is that enough this time?
Oh, Kassius sides
rolling. Oh. No one home there on that roll. Oh my! Did you hear the impact?
I heard it and Bo felt it.
A glazed look in the eyes there of Bo Rotundo. Kassius left alone in the ring. The referee has started the 10 count.
You feel that? You feel that in the air?
Ooh! Right into the mouth.
There's that sense that everything that Bo Rotundo's worked for, all his dreams of once again capturing the Florida heavyweight title, are slowly slipping away.
Kassius has now joined Bo on the outside. A tremendous impact there on that drop kick to the face, the mouth. Oh, is that Cesaro? Cesaro, I think, did he just hit Kassius with something?
I thought he was out of here.
I didn't see exactly what just happened, but Bo now capitalizing, picks up the victory.
Here's your winner, Bo Rotundo.
I don't think the ref nor Bo Rotundo noticed Antonio Cesaro coming in and leveling Kassius Ohno, thereby ruining Kassius' opportunity. Rotundo will take on Seth Rollins next week for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
You know, sometimes past demons come back to haunt you, and in this case, the demon's name was Antonio Cesaro.
I'm trying to get a better look here. If we can take another look. See Antonio, with the satchel there, that backpack or whatever it is, just nailed Kassius. I don't know if there was something in that satchel or not, but nonetheless, that man right there, Rotundo, has a date with Destiny next week. One final obstacle on Bo's road to reclamation. Next stop, Seth Rollins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Being accompanied to the ring by James Bronson from Brownsville, Texas, weighing 230 pounds, Garrett Dillon.
Not sure exactly what the relationship is between Garrett Dillon and James Bronson, but well, I'm pretty sure their intentions are a little hazardous for FCW.
Oh, definitely. You see that those two are up to no good.
Bronson perhaps providing last-minute advice.
His opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 220 pounds, Kassius Ohno.
And I would highly suggest that all the advice one can obtain is much needed when going one-on-one with that man, the resident knockout artist of FCW, Kassius Ohno.
I would really like to know what James Bronson told Garrett Dillon there.
Well, I'm sure it had nothing good to do with Kassius Ohno, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, definitely not. You know, Garrett Dillon is one of those guys who thinks the problem can be solved easily be solved with a punch to the face.
You look at the build of Garrett Dillon, though, you wonder, as powerful as the knockout blows of Kassius Ohno, could you knock this man out? I mean, look at the thickness of his neck, and then he's got that stocky upper body and well, just entire structure. But Kassius Ohno has that incredible ability to just, spark people in a split second.
Oh, Kassius Ohno, no, nice pinning combination here on Garrett Dillon. Ohno, still in the back of his mind, has to perhaps contend with the presence of James Bronson at ringside.
Oh, definitely, especially somebody like James Bronson, you never know what he's up to, and if he's up to something, it's probably something that's not very good for Kassius Ohno right here. That's why he's smart. You see how he's standing away from him, the other side of the ring where James Bronson's standing.
Oh, nice, wow. Garrett Dillon probably got a little confused on that one. And nothing confusing about that heart shoulder tackle. Here comes Dillon. Ooh.
You see, we've seen Kassius Ohno knock people out with a maneuver like that, a flying elbow before, but not able to knock out Garrett Dillon.
Definitely able to knock him down. Let's see what Garrett Dillon does when he comes back up.
That shot may have been just enough to stun Garrett Dillon enough to wake him up, but Kassius Ohno certainly not going to let up by any degree. I almost got nervous jitters, guys. I mean, just thinking about the main event we're going to see tonight. Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose one more time. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure who's going to come out the winner on this one.
You see how Kassius Ohno uses all parts of his arm on his elbow to attack?
Oh, there's the Bronson factor. We talked about it earlier, and there's the evidence.
Ohno got caught in the wrong side of town, so to speak.
Wrong side of town is right.
James Bronson is definitely somebody you do not want to see in the dark alley.
No.
He's an expert knife fighter. Did you know that, James Bronson?
That's probably information I would rather not know the next time I see him. Look at the expression on the face of Garrett Dillon.
Very intense individual. Kassius Ohno, I mean, this is a young man that I've known, as I've known you, Antonio, for many years, and you've both traveled the world.
Oh, look at the leg by Dillon.
Traveled the world, learning your craft and competing against the finest competitors everywhere. And now you get the chance to come to FCW. Explain a little what that's like the first time you come here, knowing that this is the opportunity to go to the WWE. What does that like? I mean, it's been such a long time for me, so please explain to the people. No, I mean, it has. So
no, I understand.
Nearly 20 years since I've been here in America. What's that like?
See, it's you come here and you feel you have something to prove, and especially because of, as you said, he's been all over the world. We've been all over the world, wrestling, competing, and he definitely has something to prove, and he wants to prove to everybody that he is the best here and that he deserves to be here. And I know Kassius a bit, and he's very, very competitive, and he's very proud of his knockout abilities, and he wants to show everybody in the world what he can do. And I think this audience here is not enough for him. He wants to go up to Raw or SmackDown very, very soon, and you'll see him give his everything in every single match that he has done here.
Nice double leg
roll up by Ohno.
You see here, very unconventional roll up. He will reach down deep in his bag of tricks. Oh,
man.
To him.
I know Kassius Ohno has spent a great deal of time in England and trained under the great Johnny Saint for a while there, which is something
hold
special.
on here again, lateral press.
Someone that I had the opportunity to travel with and be around a lot because we both lived in the same town.
See, it's very hard to figure out somebody like Kassius Ohno because he's trained in so many styles. As like you said, he is trained in the British catch kind style, and he's very versatile in it, as well as then that knockout blow that can come out of nowhere. But Garrett Dillon here,
that's unique,
using his body.
Oh, knee cover as well. Almost got Kassius Ohno. What would it do for the career of Garrett Dillon to defeat Kassius Ohno here tonight?
I think it will alert a lot of other competitors that he has to be taken seriously. And I think he does a very good game plan here in keeping Kassius Ohno grounded, because Kassius Ohno cannot hit that elbow, that knockout blow from a grounded position.
Oh, Dillon maybe taking a little too much time. Oh, no counters.
Very smart by Dillon so far, and he's using his body to his advantage.
Kassius, so many ways he can beat you once again. Shoulders down, but not enough. Garrett Dillon almost sense frustration and confusion all in one as Kassius Ohno is on his feet and looking at his second win. Oh, wow. Multitude of chops, knockdowns. Perhaps Ohno revving up for that knockout blow that he loves to utilize.
Look at Garrett Dillon, though. Very fast for a man his size, I was just about to say, and then
right on the bottom.
The fact that Garrett Dillon is even still moving after a shot like that tells you a whole lot about how tough he is.
Oh, very smart move there. Very smart.
Oh, but watch Kassius. Wow. My goodness. And the punishment doesn't end even on the outside.
Careful there, Ohno has to be careful of James Bronson lurking right around the corner there.
I think Ohno is well aware of James Bronson's location, and he's well aware of the target area, which is Garrett Dillon. A dazed Garrett Dillon.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
knockout blow.
My. Did you hear that?
Here is your winner, Kassius Ohno.
Wow. That is all I can say is wow. Take a look at this. Kassius Ohno running up several times. Big boot on the outside and setting up Garrett Dillon for the Ohno blade. And Live action almost had a bit of a standoff there between James Bronson and Kassius Ohno. Folks, we continue to inch closer and closer to the answer of who is the man. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Florida Heavyweight Championship tonight.
The following contest is your main event. A fatal four-way for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first from Brooksville, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Dallas.
Welcome back to FCW. This is our main event of the evening, and well, this is certainly going to be one heck of a barn burner, a fatal four-way. Oh, Dallas certainly wants to get back on top here of the FCW mountain.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to see something very special here tonight with For the Best.
And his opponent from Johannesburg, South Africa, weighing in at 220 pounds, Leo Kruger.
Now, certainly ever the smug superstar, Leo Kruger. He's, what?
Not smug, he's a king. South African Aristotle.
Certainly not letting anyone see any hint of trepidation here, going up against three other individuals. Leo Kruger certainly ready for action.
Well, if you're as proud as Leo Kruger is of his, look, the banner says it all. Former Florida Heavyweight Champion. When you've accomplished what Leo Kruger has accomplished, you can walk around and say what you want.
And their opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kassius Ohno.
Certainly a dangerous wild card in this fatal four-way with probably the most dynamite elbow these walls have ever seen before. The vicious strikes with that rolling elbow. Kassius Ohno dubs the KO. Well, the moment it strikes, he could be the next Florida Heavyweight Champion.
You're right, Kassius Ohno could be the sleeper. He is the only man in this match to never hold the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Seth Rollins entering his mosh pit, getting set for battle, and what a battle it will be for the reigning Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, Seth uses that mosh pit-like feel to get hyped up, to get focused, and if there were ever a time to get hyped up and focused, that time is now.
Seth Rollins has been in so many top flight 5-star matches in his heavyweight title reign, but never in a fatal four-way match. And, I mean, a 25% chance of coming out on top, Byron. Certainly the odds are not necessarily in Rollins' favor.
No, not at all. Seth Rollins has to work that much harder if he wants to leave the FCW arena tonight with the FCW Florida Heavyweight Championship intact.
Well, the fact that Seth Rollins, as you see the title held high, it's for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. When I mean 25%, the fact of the matter is any superstar can pin any other superstar and become the Florida Heavyweight Champion. So if Kassius Ohno were to pin Leo Kruger, for example, Kassius would be the next Florida Heavyweight Champion.
And every one of these men have their own personal motivation.
Oh, quick roll up now.
Leo Kruger has been obsessed with regaining the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Bo Rotundo, ever since that title was stripped from him, he's been working to try to get that title back. And of course, watch out, Kassius Ohno has never been champion.
Look at Kassius now trying to roll up. All four men here. Kind of hard to gain the upper hand when everyone's
hold on. This is not looking very good for Leo.
Certainly, all three of these superstars have a bone to pick with Leo Kruger. Leo Kruger,
that's not very
no
fair.
love lost. Trying to get rid of the former two-time Florida Heavyweight Champion. And you know, Byron, I gotta ask you, when you have so many bodies, so many competitors clawing and going at one another, how do you gain the upper hand at all?
You gotta pick your spots, and it's really hard, man. You gotta keep an eye on three different guys, as well as the guy you're going after, and just try to find some sort of leeway for 3 seconds.
Oh, look at Kassius getting flung over the ring steps.
What?
Seth Rollins putting his body on the line.
And
meanwhile, Bo knocking down Seth.
Well, now this is prime opportunity for Bo Dallas right here, right now. You got to do something quick while the other two guys have been stabilized.
Bo Dallas certainly here with something to prove to get back on top.
He's going for it.
Oh, and on the outside, Leo Kruger. Stopping Bo. No disqualifications, no countouts in a match like this, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's exactly the danger. Bo took a little too much time to pose and try to set up Seth Rollins.
Hold on a second. What? The referee just called for the medical trainer here. I'm not really quite sure what happened to Bo Dallas, but being tended to. But right now in the middle of the ring, Leo Kruger not wasting any time.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate whatever's going on, but if you're Leo Kruger, you can't pay attention to Bo Dallas. You got to realize this is your opportunity now to possibly pin the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Stomping away Leo Kruger right there on Seth Rollins. And now some extra help there with the referees on the outside. Bo Dallas certainly seems to be in a lot of pain, as is Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, can Seth Rollins recover and battle these odds? We'll find out as FCW rolls on. Is Bo Dallas going to the back here? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fatal four-way for the Florida Heavyweight Championship in our main event. And right before we went to commercial break, Bo Dallas being taken to the back by the medical trainer and referees. His status is uncertain at this time, but the match continues.
But you're darn right, the match continues. And if I'm Leo Kruger, I'm ecstatic that I have the opportunity to essentially, for the time being, have a one-on-one contest with the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Oh my, Seth Rollins getting flipped about there. And as Seth Rollins goes to the outside, Kassius Ohno right there behind Leo. Reversal. Both of these superstars have scouted each other very well.
Multiple counters here.
One of the many reasons why Leo Kruger is one of two-time former Florida heavyweight champions in FCW history. And of course, a little showboating.
Yeah, I don't know if this is smart, Leo. I would hurry up and try to pin Kassius Ohno.
Strutting about here, maybe spending a little too much time.
It was a nice strut.
Oh, wait, what? Bo Dallas, ladies and gentlemen, almost crawling his way back into this match, and Leo Kruger taking full advantage here of the bruised and battered Bo.
Oh, whatever happened to Bo Dallas, apparently our medical staff felt that he was good enough to go, and here he is.
Look at the energy, finding that fifth gear. Nice power
slam there. Bo Dallas coming back out of nowhere.
And this is how quickly the complexion of a fatal four-way match can change.
Taking out two superstars at once. And Rollins, though, comes flying in.
Don't blink, you might miss something.
He's got bodies strewn about all over the place. Seth Rollins has men in both corners. Oh, no one home on the kick. And for Rollins, battling 1, 2, 3 men here.
Watch
out!
out!
Bo with the spear!
Oh, we're gonna have a new champion right here.
Look at Bo covering up. Fire, I gotta wonder, was that spear meant there for Seth?
Hey, it doesn't matter. All you gotta do is pin one guy.
Now Kassius, though. Whoa! Innovative maneuver there to stun Bo Dallas. Now the ball is squarely in Kassius's court.
Oh no, sizing up Bo, it would appear.
This might not end well. Oh! Look at Seth. Bo wisely moving out of the way.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Oh, the KO! Wow! Leveling Seth! And Kruger sneaking in, trying to pick up the victory.
So close.
Look at Kruger here. And now, Kruger turns around, Bo! New champ! Well, almost a critical mistake right there by Kassius. Made up for it, though. This match continues.
Non-stop action.
Oh! Kassius Ohno has just KO'd all 3 competitors.
A KO buffet in there.
Kassius might be a new champ. New champ, too.
No.
Oh, my.
How close was that? Just in time, Seth Rollins, for the time being, has saved his Florida Heavyweight Championship.
The only man still standing, Kassius Ohno. Kassius can sense how close. Ooh!
Oh,
One too many times, perhaps.
so close, but so far away.
Seth Rollins is staggering. Can Seth recover here?
Seth, we've seen it so many times, his resiliency, his ability to deep within his soul to figure some sort of offense.
The fire here by Rollins. Full steam ahead. Throwing out Ohno like yesterday's garbage.
You hear the thud Ohno's body made?
Bo, no one home on the spear.
Oh, you know what Seth is thinking.
Oh.
That look is in his eyes.
High-ranked district here for Rollins. Oh, but Kruger seizes the opportunity.
This could be bad.
Rollins, no reversal. Another one.
Watch out!
Oh, no one home. That's Kruger now. Gosh. Blackout. The blackout.
In the middle of the ring.
Rollins connects.
Yes.
And retains the championship.
Here's your winner and still Florida Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins.
Week in and week out. For a second, it looks like Seth Rollins cannot overcome the odds. And yet here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins still maintaining possession of the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
It's like Seth Rollins has the innate ability to thrive on opposition, no matter what the odds. A 25% chance of victory, and yet once again, Seth Rollins stands tall in the middle of that ring.
Non-stop action here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see again the back Kassius Ohno leveled everybody there with the KO. but not to be. And all it took was one blackout for Seth Rollins to keep the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Perhaps, just perhaps, Seth Rollins is on his way to not just being known as a great champion, but perhaps the greatest champion in the history of Florida Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, a match 1 year in the making. Dean Ambrose, William Regal, one-on-one next week. Byron, we've got Hall of Famers Jim Ross and Dusty Rhodes here to call the action. Folks, brace yourselves. It's going to be a good one.
Well, that's all the time we have. By the way, the 14th day of the suspension, but on the cover of the new Souvenir Pictorial Review for Championship Wrestling, it's Dusty Rhodes. Till next week, Gordon Soley saying so long.